What's up, YouTube? Five things that I wish I would have known in the beginning of my professional basketball career overseas. And that will be number one is invest, not just save your money. And why I say invest and not just save, because when you save in a traditional bank, the interest that you get on the money that you save is like 0.001 or very low. It does not outpace inflation. So you want to invest your money in a way that is going to outpace inflation. So that's number one. Invest. Save, but make sure you invest it. Number two is take the time to appreciate the moment. As overseas players, basketball players, we get the opportunity to not only play basketball, but to experience different cultures in different parts of the world. And many of us never even dreamed of being in some of these places. So number two, I would take the time, even though it's serious and a lot of a lot of these clubs demand a lot of our time and our attention because it is professional. But take a moment, embrace the culture, cuisine, the language, the people outside of the locker room. And number three would be invest, enjoy the moment. Number three would be stay put, especially if you find a club, a city, a group of guys that you click with. Jail, they accept you, you accept them. It's a perfect marriage, so to speak. Stick around for 2, 3 years. Ask for a little bit more benefits or money the second season or the third season, but stick around in the same spot for multiple seasons. You get comfortable, you learn yourself more and what you can bring to an organization outside of just shooting hoop. Number four, I don't know why I'm numbering this. I'm just giving my younger self advice. And now, well, back then when I started, we had to do actually Magic Jack was out, and we had this actual block that you plug into your laptop or computer and a USB port. And you had a landline, so old school landline plug into this Magic Jack with the cord, and you had to bring an actual telephone, make calls back home. It was a lot of work, uh, but it was necessary to handle business back at home and stay connected with your family. But I would do that a bit better, and it's difficult with the time zone differences. Some places is 8, 9, 10, half a day hours ahead, and as we get older, mid 20s, late 20s, people have lives, jobs, full-time responsibilities. So I would be a little more rude and try to maintain personal connections better. Thankfully, I have awesome family and friends that stayed with me through all the times, being an introvert, and I still have great relationships. But I would have done that better in the beginning. And lastly, really own my craft. And anyone who knows me probably like, what, bro? You live in the gym. That's what you was just talking about. You would spend more time with relationships and keeping those connections. Yes, I spent tremendous amount of time in the gym, perfecting my craft. But it wasn't until later in 2018, 2017, when I took my CSCS to actually be a strength and conditioning coach, where I was just listening to my coaches, letting them show me and tell me what I needed to do to get to where I wanted to go. And I should have been more inquisitive in that process. Even in the process, now to think about it, even in the process of picking teams and negotiating contracts, especially early on, like I would say, get more involved in that process. Don't just allow your agent to handle all the negotiation. And it's easy to do that because You are the product. You are the service. So to take emotion out of it, I handed that responsibility to my agent. Looking back, that was a mistake. You put so much time and effort into this craft, into the sport, get in the process, get your hands dirty. So that was a mix of maybe 4 or 5 or 6 things that I would have done differently in the start of my professional career. Um, Still going. Also, if you haven't got on yet or feel like it's too late, you mid 20s, late 20s, and I'm not selling you a dream. It's tough, but it's possible. Here I am going on 38, and I'm still getting paid to do it. It's semi-pro. I ain't about to cap, but it's decent money, and I still play at a high level. So think about how many years that is. It's a long time. That's why I preach or harp on take care of your body. Like earlier, first number one thing I said, invest, right? Invest your bread, but invest in yourself. Invest in learning something outside of your sport or your main gig because it's going to be life after the game. And you want to remain healthy so you can enjoy that time with your friends and families, your shorties, you know. And also, you want to have financial security that you don't want to be stressed out when you have to bridge between um, being a full-time professional athlete to life after hoop or life after sport. So those my nuggets. Janathan Bullock, I forgot to say that up front. That's the channel name. Subscribe and see you soon.